Postman, Professor Belly Bell. This is not a glorification or a glamorization. This is an education. You can go anywhere in the world and get a couple of lives, but you come right here to get the truth. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, share, drop a comment down below. So when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the first and 15th. Lock the door.
Professor Belly Bell, the Hood Postman, back in with Big Cartoon. Cartoon, explain to me the difference between California prison and Alabama prison, because you experienced both.
Night and day. Night and day. Alabama prison don't have the type, nowhere near the type politics that a California prison has. First off, when I first went to Alabama prison, they didn't have no Mexicans. My crime partner was my homeboy No Good from 40 Avalon. When we first got in the county jail, they thought he was a white dude. They didn't know a Mexican. What it like, you know what? So they not gonna have the type, you know, stuff that we have going on in Cali out that way. It's like 80% black, 20% white. Like I say, they got gangs, they got Crips, Bloods, they got Disciples, Vice Lords, they got all that. They have a mixture from the West Coast and from the Chicago area, the Midwest. It's just a lot different. You can get away with a lot more in an Alabama prison than you could in a California prison, because they're not gonna hold you to a certain type standard. Basically, everybody run around doing what they want to do, however they want to do it. My first couple of years there, I thought I was in the Twilight Zone. I really was like, man, you know, where am I at? Because, you know, I'm just coming from Cali prison, now going to y'all prison, and y'all got, you know, what y'all had going on. It kind of threw me. It shook me for a minute.
You think that, you mentioned the GDs, BDs, and Vice Lords or whatever. I don't think they really fully take into account that, I'm going to say Los Angeles Crips and Bloods, we really don't care about that.
No.
And the way they function is the way they function. I know they got governors, lieutenants, generals, and all that different stuff. It is organized, but the way this Crip and Blood thing is something different from what they do. Right. And I'm gonna give you an example. You can go to Egypt, you can go to France, you can go to Africa, you can go to Japan even, and you're gonna find Crips and Bloods.
Exactly.
You're not gonna find GDs and BDs. I'm not taking nothing away from them. But what I'm saying is that the Crips and Blood cultures has an impact on the whole entire world. And that's through hip hop. Because no matter where hip hop is, I've seen Sexy Red throwing up her peas now, you know, but they have commercialized the Blood thing. That's without a doubt. What's your thoughts on that?
You pretty much wrapped it up. Like you say, because of like I was saying earlier, because of the rap game and the banging thing being all intertwined into one, nothing spreads information faster than music. Music is a universal language. It's gonna go all the way around the world. So whatever's coming out of a person's mouth and they put it on the airwaves, it's gonna inundate people's ears all day long. And like I say, nowadays the gangbang has been commercialized. You got fools that ain't never been to their set throwing up P's, B's, C's, and hollering about it, so everybody want to be a part of it. You know, it kind of started way back in the day when Snoop started putting that mess in Lil Bow Wow ear. He the first one jumped to Lil B Butt on stage that was from LA trying to crip walk. You know what I'm saying? You know, back then we was mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, man, these fools, man, what? So as it kept going and going and going, now it's like a big old commercial thing. So
how funny was it, man, when we saw Lil Wayne, Baby, and all them dudes wearing rags in the wrong pocket and doing them drugs? Yeah, I mean, it was hilarious, right?
They just tried to taste it. It was funny, yeah. It was kind of funny. It was funny, but in a way, you know what I'm saying, it made it, you know, hey, man. That's why you have so many Bloods around the country now. We call them Lil Wayne Bloods. Because of Lil Wayne and Cash Money and all them, all of a sudden they want to be Bloods. So now, with youngsters here, on the radio, that's what they gonna want to be. They gonna want to be a part of it. So now Lil Wayne and Bird hollering they Blood. So now everybody want to be a Blood. Everybody want to be a Blood. So it is what it is.
Okay.
But now you gotta factor in the movies. You know what I'm saying? You gotta factor in all the movies they make about LA. Like you were saying, the difference between Crips and Bloods and Disciples and Vice Lords is they weren't as publicized as we were. We became popular. The world wanted to know what a Crip was. The world wanted to know what a Blood was. They making videos, movies, about Crips and Bloods. They not making movies and videos about disciples and all that. So, you know, they was on the back burner to the world. The world didn't hear about them. They heard about us. So when they would hear about it, you got white boys, Mexicans, you got Asians everywhere around the world like, man, I want to do that. That look cool. They picked it up and ran with it.
They just don't know how rough that life is. My son just recently completed his movie. It's coming out February the 2nd on Peacock. It's going to be called Bosco, True Story, where he dropped out of school at 13 and also he did a robbery on Orty Hydraulics and was sentenced to life in youth authority. And then he got out from there and he got a federal case with 1,400 pounds of marijuana, received a 35-year sentence. While he broke out of federal prison, maximum security with the camera in the cell, all that, twice. And his movie come out.
He wanted his freedom.
Yeah. And I think just saying it because it's reflect our culture once again. Back to what we were talking about, it's part of our culture.
We're gonna be back.
Okay, he was a Crip, right? Mm-hmm. Copy Crip, but at the same time, you know how we do it, man. Crip business. When the Crips ride, they ride. And the Bloods ride, they ride. So not taking anything from anyone. Well, I want to get back to Portray. Photos Portray and 4A. What was that dynamic about? Where the Avalons, you guys, for whatever, I don't know. I don't even know how they interpret it, but I think you guys didn't get along for quite some time.
And still don't. I gotta answer these. Get my mind right because I'm a little bit different from most when it comes to that topic. That's what I kind of skip that topic when a lot of people ask me that. Like I might say the wrong thing out my mouth, but anyway,
well, take your time and put it in the right perspective.
They used to be before a photos and a 4A was even heard of, when it was just 5 trays and 4 trays. We was down with each other. We was cool. You know what I'm saying? You had 5 tray Avalon GCs. You had 4 tray Avalon GCs. We was really joined at the hip with each other. As time went on, like 1979, the 4 trays and the 5 Broadways went to war. Matter of fact, they went to war before the 8 tray gangsters in the 60s went to war. A lot of people didn't know about it. But anyway, when they went to war, at that time, the Broadways used to come to South Park a lot. Now, when the 4 trays would come down and kick with us, the Broadways would jump on them because in 79, the Broadways was strong. The 4 trays weren't. So they would jump on them and they kept looking at us. We're like, man, we both Avalons, we both trays and woo. And, basically, why y'all won't help? Now, you had some homies that wanted to, I ain't gonna even lie, back then, me being one. And, but, like I say, you follow protocol. You follow what the older homies say do, and that's what you do. And so that's when they adopted the mentality that they did not want to be Avalons no more. Okay, well, y'all ain't down with us. Y'all ain't riding us. Well, we want to be, all right, so they abdicated. They let it go. They went through years of wondering if they was going to be East Coasters or this, be that. They had come up with San Pedro and Money Village Crips, and they had all type of little funny names. So they finally settled on 4 tray gangsters. All right, cool. As time went on, we've always been deeper than them. From the late 70s on up, it was always more 5 trays than them. About 82, 83, Bertrand got out and started Third World. Don't click. Now you already know where there's money, there's women. Where there's women, there's dudes. So they start getting bigger. Their recruitment started coming up. So that's when they adopted the attitude. Well, you know what I'm saying? We 4 trays, they 5 trays. Why they got all these streets in the 40s? You know what I'm saying? 5 trays run from Vernon to Slauson. So that's like saying we go from 45th all the way to 58. All that's ours. So now, you know what I'm saying? They get the big head because they get a little money getting up on themselves. Want to realize, man, you know what? We want 4-6, 4-7, 4-8. Always been our streets. So now, little stuff started happening. They had more young homies than we had at the time. So now they start tripping. We start seeing on the wall 4 tray dash 6, 7, 8. We tripped on that. And we talking about, you know what I'm saying? Then they come across Vernon. They start setting up shops, selling dope on 47th Street. You know what I'm saying? At the time, homies didn't really pay a lot of attention to it. And boom. As it went on, they start thinking that, oh, they better than us. They get the big head. So, little verbal clashes Then the fisticuffs started, you know what I'm saying? We taking the homies down there to Gilbert Lindsay because they ain't never brought up nothing down to South Park. We would pile the homies in cars and take them down there to Gilbert Lindsay because the youngsters was getting into it. The old heads was still trying to like, man, y'all need to raise up off that. And, you know, we'll let them fight, try to let them get it out, you know, whatever. But now, of course, that didn't do nothing but make it worse. That started enhancing the hate. Till one day, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if we did it first or they did it first. I'm under the impression they did it first. You know what I'm saying? They'll write 5 tray and put a line through the 5. That's basically like whacking the set out. But at the time, you know, the respect we had for the tray, we wasn't going to cross the tray out. So, you know, the homie started writing 43 and crossing the 4 out. Of course, you know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing but a prelude to war. And it happened. You know what I'm saying? This like last year, this 2024, this is our 31st year of being at war with them clowns with them. From, I say 93 all the way till now. You know what I'm saying? It's been a whole lot of deaths, whole lot of this, whole lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Then the 4 Deuces came out. They down there with them. So now they want to ride with them and be with them. As time went on, here come the 4As. Now, when the 4As first came out, they want to be Avalons. You know what I'm saying? A lot of their four founding fathers was from Avalon. So they wanted to be there. But now the homies didn't want to let them be 4-8 Avalon. They said, you got to claim 5 trade or not be nothing. So they like, well, bump it. You know what I'm saying? We finna go over here with the 4 trays and the 4 Deuces. Little Murders came from behind that. You know what I'm saying? Now they hollering 4-pack. You know what I'm saying? Because they always did close with the coasters. Coasters down there hollering 6-pack. So now they want to holler 4-pack. All right, you know, whatever pack you want to be. It's war. You know, it was on. Back and forth. You know, back and forth. A lot of people don't know how you know, detrimental that war was, and probably will always be. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's a lot of hostility, a lot of death,
it's a lot of that.
A lot of violence.
Some homies, you know, I ain't gonna lie, some homies don't look at it as much as some. You know, it's been going on so long, and with them being at close proximity to us, you know what I'm saying? Some homies rub elbows, some homies can see it, you know, see them and not trip, you know what I'm saying? But on both sides. But then you got homies on both sides that can't stand them, gonna hate them, and ain't gonna never like them.
And that's the name of that tune. Not cartoon, but tune. Talk to me about the hand gods and the thinkers. Who were the hand gods of the 5 trays?
Of my generation?
In all generations, it don't matter.
Well, I can't speak on the younger generation because I was going a lot. So
okay, give me the ones that you know.
That I know?
Yeah.
That's not him. That one.
They gonna say him.
My homeboy Halo. You know what I'm saying?
Hand God, Halo.
Gonna get down. You feel me? Saying good with it, you know? That's from the younger generation, but I'm you know, speaking back on my generation, we had some, and I was not one. We used to have a game called Pick Up the Blue Ray.
Let me get a Halo. Can I get you Halo?
Yeah. So.
That's Halo over there, y'all. Okay, over there with Brittany Loki.
And the homie Tiny Bo and Lil X-Con.
There they go, 5 tray. In the easy.
The homie Smurf, Nacho, Colorado. Okay. you know what the points of that. But anyway, back when I was growing up, we used to have, you know, they don't play it no more. We used to have a game called Pick Up the Blue Ray. And we used to be in the park, you know what I'm saying? A homie had just come up with the rag. You know, they don't wear rags no more. But, you know, back, you know, during our time, you couldn't come out the house without that true gang paraphernalia on. Rag got to be straight. Khakis got to be creased.
Everything got to be together.
Nice. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? With the taps on Stacy's and all that. You
got to be creased and starched and straight.
You know, we had that gang code back there. You know what I'm saying? Guys were crooked to a foot. But anyway, all right, calm down. So,
yeah, you just jump back in, cartoon.
Yeah. So, you know, a homie might come up with a rag and drop it on the ground like, "Cuz, come on." So everybody around, if you pick it up, you finna get rushed by everybody. You got to get down and hold that rag for as long as you can before you drop it back down. And we used to play it now at that time. I used to be a little fat, chubby dude. You know what I'm saying? I'll pick it up because I had to, but I ain't gonna even lie. In the back of my mind, I'm like, "Dang, I'm finna get socked up. My little short arm fat self." You know what I'm saying? So we had a homie named Tiki, my homie Tiki, man. Love him to death. I was just with him last night. And you didn't want to stand in front of him, homie. You did not want to stand in front of him. That man was so fast, it don't make no sense. I remember in Wyatt, man, he knocked the fool out standing up, sleep. And when Tiki would pick a blue rag, I make sure I got in back of everybody. I'm like, I'm gonna run up on his last. Because if you know, homies don't notice if you ain't get down when that rag get dropped. They gonna front you because you don't ever want to get down. Woo, woo, woo. So, you know, I'm like, I used to wait, you know what I'm saying? you know, homie like Killer D or somebody, or Soup, somebody, you know, one of the homies pick it up. You know, I'm gonna get punched up and I get in there, you know, do what I had to do and hurry up, get on up out of there. But yeah, like, I'm gonna say Tiki, you know, Tiki. I didn't know nobody from the set that could whoop him back when we was younger. The Fool Hitman, you know what I'm saying? He no longer here. He was a knockout artist, believe it or not. Oh man, let me think. That was real good from the show. Oh, the homie Demon. You know what I'm saying? Demon was a monster. We had a few though. We had a few. But for me to give it to the homie Tiki, hands down. You know what I'm saying?
Tiki.
Yeah.
And for those he didn't mention, it wasn't personal. He just didn't remember you at the time, so don't take it personal if you didn't get mentioned. He know you there. You know you there.
Right.
Okay. So who are the thinkers? There's always thinkers in every neighborhood. There's all dudes that just like, man, the way they see things, you just like, man, can't go. We got to go with this plan. That's it.
You know what? Coming up in my generation, in my era of banging, coming up, we didn't know who the thinkers were because at that time it was different demographics, different dynamics. We all moved the same. You know what I'm saying? We all kind of looked the same, walked the same, talked the same, act the same. You know. So as far as the thinking go, if one came up, man, we finna go. You know, at the time, you know, and Jeff used to have sports night on Friday. They don't have it no more. So you know what I'm saying? If one person come up with Friday back in the day, like late 70s, early 80s, homies like, come on, we finna go up to Jeff Sports Night, fight with the villains. Everybody immediately wasn't nothing to think about. Okay, boom. It might have been a homie like the homie K Stone. That was my homie Bull Capone, big brother. He had a lot of rank in the set back then. So Stone might have said, come on, cuz, let's go to Jeff, fight the villains and the outlaws. Okay, cool. You know, you ain't gotta ask twice. Here we all go. Ain't no, well, cuz I'm finna go this way. No, here we all go. So as far as thinking, you didn't kind of figure that out till after, you know what I'm saying, we in juvenile hall or YA and you know, did a little time, YA got back out and realized now, you know, you listen a little bit more. Because I kind of realized like my homie Crazy Ray, that's why I used to be, me and Ray, we offset each other, whereas I just get mad and shoot you where you stand because you look like I didn't like you. Ray was like, no, to him, cuz, no, let it go, no, not right now. You know what I'm saying? Ray was the type that'll lay in the bushes, you know what I'm saying? He, you know, first time I laid in the bushes, you know, I say that a little much, I ain't gonna get no trouble. First time I, you know, laid in the bush 2 hours, you know what I'm saying? We waiting on the floor. I'm like, dang, I'm trying to, my legs hurt, man. He gonna show up, you know what I'm saying? We know he coming from the club. My legs hurt. Just stay in the bush, you know what I'm saying? You know, so we finally got Cub. You know, I don't think like that. I'm the time this kick his dough in and just shoot him and whatever else. But, you know, Ray was a thinker like that. The homeboy Diamond was a thinker, you know? Well, we had a few, but as far as me being no, the thinkers, it just wasn't a lot of thought being into a lot of stuff back then.
Got it. With that being said, Professor Melly Mill, Big Cartoon, Fire Trey, lock the door. Lock the door, Cartoon.
Man, go ahead and lock it, homie. In the East Side Avalon guys, y'all know what's happening. South Florida.
Lock it.
Proof of grind all the time, baby.
Yeah. Cali Miners, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga, streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top, diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shining. That's hard work, proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. Ali, bad man, and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me, that's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking, and I don't talk about it, I just make it happen.